Hey friends, Dolly here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a spread with you guys because I had promised if I could think of something that I could do in one sitting, then we would do it together. So before we start, I am going to use a laminator. If you don't have a laminator, you could do the same effect with sticky vinyl, like the non-heat laminate sheets. They usually have them at Dollar Tree, or you could even try like acetate if you have it, and then secure around it. But we're gonna make a clear like sequins page or fold out that I can sort of put into the spread that we're gonna do. And since we're here, I thought that I would talk a little bit about how I organize my ephemera. So I need to like compartmentalize everything in my life, including my organization of supplies. So I use a big basket. I got this on, I think, Amazon. It looks like a picnic basket, but it's like collapsible, and it's big enough where it fits on my lac bookshelf. So I have this giant lac bookshelf. You might have seen it in videos that has like open shelving, and so that's where I stick this into. But I am not good with just having everything in one bucket. I need to then further separate the stuff in the bucket so I don't feel overwhelmed. So this video was all over the place, so I figured I'd do a voiceover so it's just more, it's explained better than I was doing in this video. So every bag has like a category of things. So I'll do this if I have a lot of ephemera for something. Like for example, this is Halloween and I have a surplus, as you can see. So like one bag has all the ephemera, store-bought and anything handmade or anything someone gifted me. Then another one will have like the hardware, right? All the charms and little trinkets that you buy, buttons, that kind of thing. And another bag has stickers only, and then another bag has napkins. And this is how I will organize things like for holidays. For example, like Christmas is another one where I have a lot, and it just helps me find what I need and not get frustrated with the process of finding things, and instead channel that energy into the journal itself. So some people don't have as much stuff as I do, and so they could just like, I'm sure, dump it in there. But like if I were to dump everything in there, I wouldn't find anything like that's smaller, you know, like the little trinkets and the stickers and maybe the little bits of ephemera. And then what ends up happening is I just use stuff that's like within my line of sight, and I end up using the same things over and over and over, and then I get bored. So that's a tip for you is if you have a lot of stuff, I like to do it by theme and then further subcategorize into likes. So all stickers together, all hardware together, all fabrics together, all papers together, that kind of thing. So I hope that helps you. So here I'm just going through everything, looking for some glitter mix, because we're gonna need that for our project. So this is going to be the first spread we do for October. So it's going to be right behind that tab that I showed you guys last time that says October. And here I'm just measuring to see how big the sheet's going to have to be. But then in the end, it didn't matter because I just realized that I could just make an entire sheet, and then any scraps I could use for other projects. You can add other things into like your page if you want. I'm gonna cut out this little illustration of a little child in a devil's costume. I thought it was really cute, And I'm going to add that in there too, because I'm not going to need the entire laminated sheet once I'm done. I'm only going to need the same height as my journal. So I'm hoping that I can cut out like a little journaling card that has the image of the little devil child in there. So here we're gonna start arranging your laminated sheet. So if you're using the cold press one, it's sticky, so you just want to make sure, like, not that you get it right on the first time. I don't want to like pressure you, but just know when you close it, it's gonna stick. So you just have to be careful about placement. But because I'm putting this through the laminator and there's no stickiness on the inside of this, and I'm kind of just very haphazardly putting everything on here, the only part that I'm kind of like trying to be careful with is the little devil child part, because that's gonna be like a journaling card, so I want it to look a little bit more curated than the other rest of the laminated sheet. So here I'm really not thinking too hard about placement. I'm just kind of throwing stuff on there. I do want to make sure that it's the right side up. So for example, like the word boo, I want it to be read as boo if you look at it from the front. But other than that, I'm really just putting things haphazardly. I'm trying to like separate the likes with the likes. And you know what's funny in this is that, as you saw me rub my finger, the static on some of these sequins is like crazy. It would not like leave my finger, like it would literally stick to my finger from the static. So you'll see me like trying to get it all arranged, but again, no rhyme or reason. And then you're gonna see me take some loose glitter, the chunky kind, and then just pour that everywhere. So now we're gonna put everything into our laminator. With these sheets, I don't know if it's probably the same for all of the sheets, honestly, but when you close it, there's like a static to it, and so everything mostly stays put. I would say like the smaller things, like the loose glitter, kind of moved around, but for the most part, it all stayed pretty much how I laid it out. And I run this through twice just to make sure, because the smaller glitters may have like some air bubbles around it. So I just want to make sure that everything is super laminated, like extra laminated. So this is what it looks like once laminated. It's a little wobbly, and you'll find that when you're doing loose things like this and not like an image, like a paper under it, you'll have some wobbliness to it. So basically after the second round, what I'll do is I put it under a heavy surface. I usually use my MacBook because it's super heavy and old, to make sure it lays flat for a while. I left it overnight, and then the next morning we'll come back and look at it. Okay, and we're back, and you're gonna see me have some very different nails because I completely forgot that I was gonna do this video, and I got these in the mail and I wanted to try them on so bad because they were Halloween themed, and then I forgot. But we're gonna work through the video with the nails. I'm sorry if they're distracting. So it looks great today. It's nice and flat, and now we're just going to measure it to size and cut it out. So here's our little journaling card. I'm going to round the corners just because it's my preference. I feel like it just gives it a more like finished look. So I really love how it came out, and now we're going to work on the laminated sheet. So off camera, before these nails happened, I was able to fussy cut the pictures I wanted for this spread. So a few years ago, probably like 4 years ago, I had bought this little witch hat, and I took pictures of all my dogs. Now I do have a lot of dogs. Right now I only have 5, which is not a lot for me. I used to have 8, but some have since passed on, and 2 of them are amongst these pictures. So it was a little bit hard for me to make this spread, but I wanted to honor them because they brought a lot of joy to us, and they will always have a place in our hearts. So this is like a tribute piece for them, as well as just like a fun little spread here in the journal. And I'm just measuring so I can cut down to size and kind of deciding, do I want the full page or do I want it to be like half a page? So yeah. So I cut it down to the full page, and here I'm just adding some clear tape so I can kind of stick it in there as another page. And let me tell you, I'm not made to have long nails, I don't think, because the amount of time it took for me to cut the tape and keep it from getting stuck on those nails and just get stuck everywhere. It was a journey. Yep, it was. So that's what I'm gonna do here, and then we're gonna work on the actual spread. So here I'm just kind of deciding where I want them arranged. I'm gonna put Max on the glitter sheet because he passed away last fall, and to me it's kind of like they're out there in spirit, and like this glitter page to me is like, you know, the other life, the afterlife. And then Willow I'm putting all the way over here because she's a loner. She loves being with the other dogs, but also she needs her alone time. Like, she's the only one that will like paw at the bedroom door so she can go in there and just like decompress on her own. And then I just added Lucy up there. She passed away 2 Christmases ago. She was the first one to pass, and it was very, very hard. She was very sick, and it was very hard to see her kind of deteriorate. But in honor of Halloween and of honoring our dead and the veil being thinner, I'd like to think that they are watching me and know that I still love them very much and that this is for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Willow down in here. She also has like a weird little smirk on her face, like, please leave me alone. And then on the opposite side, so on this page I'm putting Pixie and Brownie together. Brownie's the fluffy one, he's a male, and Pixie is my little, I call her a little deer chihuahua because she looks like a tiny version of a deer. And they're bonded. They love to sort of scamper off together, and they really love my dad. My dad lives with us, and he has his own little corner where he watches TV, and they love to be with him on those couches. So I thought it was only appropriate that they're together. I am missing here 2 other dogs. One is Charlie. He's my lab, and he's very, very old. He's going on 14. But I couldn't find a picture with him in the witch hat, so I'm not sure if I ever took one. And then Joey, also I could not find a picture, which is not a surprise because he's very cranky. So here I don't think I do much. I am going to take like a lime green marker and just highlight around each of the dogs. And also I found these stickers, and I wanted to use them here just to make it a bit more fun and less like spooky, because I felt like them in the witches' hats were spooky enough. So for Max and Lucy, I chose BFF because they were also bonded. I got them pretty much one after the other, so they were very close in age. And for Willow, I'm going to use the Who Cares sticker because she is a loner and she doesn't care. She doesn't care that she's a loner. She actually Loves it. I've never met a dog that's an introvert, but she's a dog that's an introvert. So finally for Brownie, I'm using the OMG sticker because he's a drama queen. Anything sets him off. He's constantly barking at anyone that walks in front of our house. He's the only one that does that. And then for Pixie, I'm using a little like mischievous smiley face because she is mischievous and she likes to stir up trouble. So I thought that was appropriate. And you're getting crazy dog lady vibes here. I do have cats too. I've always had a menagerie of pets for as long as I can remember. And I can't imagine my life without animals. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment. You know, all the spiel there. And I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.